and my reasons, I'm booked out the region. Did you recall on me? I'm freezing. No way on my knees.
Pull on, man, this shit too easy. Y'all gon' chop a brick like Joe, snatch a Lamborghini. I got a different places, different seasons. Take better position, cut your out, this shit too easy. I thought if I was special R&B star, right at a band. I'm having on the west side, thanks, man, I abandoned them. I have a pippin' in my blood, and I can change the climate. I threw the money on it to the price up, like I designed it. Hit with a presidential on the let's get Nicki Minaj. Yeah, like IG, change shit for the in the car. Round to the side piece, pop out that night and double law. But I thought y'all get Chinese from all these sticks in the car.
Bitch, I'm one and young Weezy, man, this shit too easy. Different for every season, showing me they cleavage. I take drugs and feel relaxed, just like they therapeutic. She take that sound called best, so she won't think I need it. I think deep inside her throat, it ain't no more breathing. If I don't post and I go ghost, it's gon' be for a reason. Just got my reading, and my reasons, I'm booked out the region. Did you recall on me? I'm freezing, no way on my knees.
Niggas been counting me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit, the game is all balanced, I'm back on my the Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it, you all on my I'm all in my bag, as hard as it get, I do not throw powder, I might take a sip, I might hit the blunt, but I'm liable to trip, I ain't popping no pill, but you do as you wish. I roll with some fiends, I love them to death, I got a few mil, but not all of them rich. What good is the bread if my is broke? What good is first class if my can't sit? That's my next mission, that's why I can't quit. Just like LeBron, get my more chips. Just put the rollie right back on my wrist. This watch came from Drizzy, he gave me a gift. Back when the rap game was praying like this. They act like two legends cannot coexist. But I never be for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. It won't be for clout, it won't be for fame. It won't be cause my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be to sell you my latest of sneakers. It won't be cause some slid in my lane. Everything grows, it's destined to change. I love you little niggas, I'm glad that you came. I hope that you scrape every dollar you came. I hope you know money won't erase the pain. To the OGs, I'm thanking you now. Was watching you when you was paving the ground. I copied your cadence, I mirrored your style. I studied the greats, I'm the greatest right now. If you feel me, you ain't got a choice. I ain't do no promo, still made all that noise. The shit gon' be different, I set my intentions. I promise to slap all that hate out your voice. Niggas been counting me out, I'm counting my bullets, I'm loading my clips, I'm writing down names, I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones been dying, the fake ones is lit, the game is off balance, I'm back on my shit. The Bentley is dirty, my sneakers is dirty, but that's how I like it, you all on my gear. I just poured something in my cup, I've been wanting something I can feel, promise I am never letting up. Money in your palm will make you real. Put it on their neck, I got them stuck. I'ma give them something they can feel. If it ain't about this, so I don't give a pistol in your hand, I'm dead in the middle of two generations. I'm little bro, big bro all at once. Just left the lab with young 21 Savage. I'm about to go on me, jiggle for lunch. Had a long talk with a young Kodak. Reminded me of young from Phil. Straight out the project, no faking, just honest. I wish that he had more guidance for real. Too many in cycle of jail, spending their birthdays inside of a cell. We coming from a long bloodline of trauma. We raised by our mamas, Lord, we gotta heal. We hurting our sisters, the babies as well. We killing our brothers, they poison the well. Distorted self-image, we set it to fail. I'ma make sure that the real gon' prevail. I just poured something in my cup. I've been wanting something I can feel. Promise I am never letting up. Money in your palm will make you real. Put it on their neck, I got them stuck. I'ma give them something they can feel. If it ain't about to swat, don't give a fuck. Pistol in your hand don't make you real. Pistol in your hand don't make you real. Money in your palm don't make you real.
I might just hit it through a whore, that's in my element. I like dark skins, Love a melanin, huh? Pushing Louis Vuitton when I'm stepping in. 30 bottles of the zoo till I'm sentiment. I had the Lambo, switch to the brewery. I'm a gangster, but I like to party. Pop up, go retarded. I'm a Brooklyn, I'm cold-hearted. That's why I like the backyard, like Riri. Every time she see me, she wanna eat me. I feel like Justin Bieber, please believe me. I said, wow, I'm on the TV. I can't be broke, they be creepy. She be acting up, she always tryna leave me. But she a bad girl, and she freaky. I have her hanging up the like she mean. I never had her more than once cause they be leeches. But her good, it tastes like peaches. But she can have it, I don't need it. I'd rather have my money green like kiwi. I don't talk to cause they be capping. Disrespect me, and see what happened. I don't make a couple wars, don't snap it. And bullets blasting. All I have smack that I laughed at. He said we stacking, nothing but my money. Remember my pockets flat, now they chunky. I ain't a pretty boy, but I ain't ugly. And I take it in a second. If she a real one, then I protect it. Traded the AP, told my jeweler protect it. And it's all VVS and flower satin. I might just hit it through a horn, that's on my element. I like dark skins, love a melanin. Huh, Christian Louis Vuitton when I'm stepping in. 30 bottles of the zoo till I'm sentiment. I had a Lambo, switch to the brewery. I'm a gangster, but I like to party. Pop up, go retarded. I'm a Brooklyn, I'm cold-hearted.
I'm on my way to an island and I'm probably staying the pilot. Niggas be talking, be solid, but still talking shit like they got it. They say that they honest, I run it in here. So say that they got it. You're not with the kiddies, it's just in here. Don't blame it on talent. They don't wanna see you win. They don't wanna see the race. You don't wanna see him caught up in the stars like he out of space. Making that they kind of red and making them running out of space. Tell your homie, keep on coming out his mouth until it's all on his way.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alumni Field on the campus of Salem State University for today's men's MASCAC soccer matchup between the visiting Falcons of Fitchburg State and your Vikings of Salem State. First, this afternoon's starting lineups for the visiting Falcons. Number 1, Colin Robson. Number 2, Brandon Gonzalez. Number 3, Edward Paiva. Number 4, Zachariah Foster. Number 7, Francisco Campione. Number 8, Bennett Jorgensen. Number 10, Gabriel Texera. Number 12, Lucas Barbosa. Number 14, Liam Evans. Number 19, Curtis Thomas. And number 20, Michael Vasquez Guaman. The Falcons are coached by Brad Hossey. And now, the starting lineup for your Vikings of Salem State. A senior from Milford, New Hampshire, number 1, Matt Huntsman. A junior from Dedham, Massachusetts, number 2, Michael Flynn. A junior from Westford, Massachusetts, number 3, Brendan Walsh. A junior from Drake, Massachusetts, number 4, James Melly. A senior from Newburyport, Massachusetts, number 5, Patrick Folletti. A freshman from Woburn, Massachusetts, number 6, Gabriel Da Silva. A freshman from Lynn, Massachusetts, number 8, Jair Alvarez. A junior from Quincy, Massachusetts, number 11, Aaron O'Toole. A sophomore from Dragon, Massachusetts, number 13, Brendan Davis. A senior from Dartmouth, Massachusetts, number 19, Dylan Senra. And a grad student from Essex, Massachusetts, number 22, Cole Hay. The Vikings are coached by Matt Correa and assisted by Alex Caraval and Mike Scarbelis. At this time, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. On behalf of Salem State's men's soccer, we'd like to welcome all of our campers to Alumni Field for Camper Appreciation Day. We're excited to have you.
Yeah. 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 Alright. Old ways, new women, gotta keep a balance. The girl of your dreams to me is probably not a challenge. I've been counted out so many times I couldn't count it. Funny how now my accountant is having trouble trying to count it. To the people that think that I owe you, pay back some and you know that. Y'all getting too old for this. Please don't think nobody notices. I've been up for way too many days. Y'all sleeping enough for me anyway. Y'all don't be doing it anyway. Y'all are not true to this anyway. OVO, East End, wraps up. We might just get here with the Rico. Everyone home for the summer, so let's not do nothing illegal. I gon' make 50 million and I give some millions to my people. They gon' go Tony Montana and cop them some shakers and free those, but they're from the wave fam. There's not not much to say, fam. They told me to tell you you measure some waist mats and stay in your place, fam. My dad is from Memphis and I am the king. I should probably just move into Graceland. Madonna's a ting I know and I'm the king of pop. I'm building Neverland. How he hate me when I never met the man. Woo! We might just get hit with the
Me Millie. Cause we in the field with them bird like we play with the eagle. I'm on probation, so let me not talk what's illegal. Switch it up. Today I woke up with my drink up, she rich as a beetle. For my teachers that said I won't make it here, I spent a day what you make a year. I had to drop this to make it clear that I got it like Jamaican here. All these poppin', wallet violence, why we even gotta take it here? Why we even gotta play these games? Run up on me, catch a face, you here. That's the chase, what you thought? I come through my blood like a Lego. Poppin' no really, no squilly, can't talk to the cop, that's illegal. I was like, no rich boy, no double crossing on my peoples. I take that thing to the table and split it with my people. I'm back on that hood. Yeah, that was you good. I'm talking that cross you, that fade you for quarter like Jordan. We back on that board. We came up from nothing, we started on lists, most money.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jess Burton, and for some of you, welcome back to Alumni Field this afternoon. Game 2 of our doubleheader here at Salem State University this afternoon. This one between the men's soccer team and the visiting Fitchburg State Falcons. The Vikings field hockey team picking up a 2-1 overtime win against Bridgewater State earlier this morning. Hopefully the men's soccer team will get out of here with a win this afternoon as well. The Vikings come into the game in third place in the MASCAC Conference with a 2-1 conference record, 6-4-1 overall on the season. With the Falcons coming into the game in last place, they are 1-8-1. They are winless in conference play with a 0-2-1 record. Let's go ahead and meet the starters for both sides. Start with the goalies. In net for the visiting Falcons is Colin Robson. This is his 8th start of the season. He is a senior from North Billerica. In net for the Vikings is Matt Hansman. Matt has started 9 games. This is the 10th start of the season for him. With a 1.49 goals against average, he has made 63 saves. It's an .818 save percentage. Backtrack to Robson's numbers. He has allowed 15 goals, a 2.14 goals against average, 53 saves as Hansman gets his first touch here. Played back to him by the Vikings defense. Robson has a .779 save percentage. He is winless. He is 0-6-1. Luke Spears, the other goalkeeper for the Falcons, with the 1 win. But the Falcons will turn to Robson today against the Vikings and their high-powered offense, led this season by Aaron O'Toole. But it's Dylan Senra who leads the team in goals from a defensive position. And it's Dylan Senra with Cole Hay, James Melly, Michael Flynn defensively in front of Huntsman, with Walsh, Folletti, De Silva, and Alvarez in the middle. And I mentioned O'Toole with Brendan Davis up front. It's a long throw-in by Edward Paiva, one of the defenders for Fitchburg. He's on the back line with Foster, Barbosa, and Gonzalez. Barbosa leads the team in assists. The middle line is Campione, Evans, Thomas, and Vasquez Guaman. And up front, Jorgensen and Teixeira, who leads the team in goals scored. They only have 6 goals scored this season. Through their 10 games, he has half of them. There's a ball up ahead to Brendan Davis, as now we can get into the live action analysis. Here's a good crosser to Senra. Puts it on net. Far post. And Davis off the side of the net. O'Toole ends up in the net, dislodges it. What a ball by Senra. Almost went in on its own. He had 2 guys there. Davis a step too deep. Didn't have the angle and played it off the side of the goal. So a goal kick for Robson. Framingham State in first place currently in the MASCAC with a 4-0 record. They're 8-3-1 overall. They're who everybody is chasing. But Worcester State is also perfect in conference. They are 3-0. Framingham State, a goal-scoring machine. They've poured out 14 goals already in conference play in 4 games. Another long throw in by Paiva. Tackle attempt, but Walsh able to stay with it. Gets up to Davis and is kicked out. It'll be the first corner kick of the afternoon for either side. We'll go to the Vikings. Brennan Walsh will put it in the air. Middle box off Davis and out of bounds. Vikings want a goal kick. The ref says no. It is a goal kick. Excuse me. I misspoke. The Vikings wanted a corner, and it will be a goal kick. Good ball by Robson all the way to midfield. Folletti steps in nicely, sends it back past the defense, where it's played towards the sideline by Paiva, and cleared away by Gonzalez. A big boot with a lot of backspin. Folletti under it with the header. Something the Vikings are just so good at, tracking the ball, being the first to it, not afraid to head it. Michael Flynn got past the defense, but it's a turnover. I think he dribbled out of bounds to the displeasure of head coach Matt Correa, who screamed out, "Can we stop turning the ball over?" So in the first few minutes, about 6.5 minutes, Coach Correa not too pleased. I would think the opposite, as the effort from the Vikings has been very good. They have come out firing, seem energized. But those are mistakes the coaches see that broadcasters don't. Senra plays it towards the goal. Robson slid underneath it, and it was off Davis last. Again, the Vikings wishing for a corner, asking for it. Referee does not oblige. Coach Correa is 26-2-3, including this season overall in MASCAC play as head coach of the Vikings. An outstanding leader for this group. Falcons are coached by Brad Hosey. Correa again yelling out to his team about turnovers. Played middle. Teixeira leaves it to Hansman, makes the play. Shot coming from Evans. Alvarez leaves it for Senra, sends it up the sideline. Karate kicked by Paiva, out of bounds. Cross field to Melly. And O'Toole gets caught up with Thomas. Fitchburg wins the ball back. Alvarez trying to use his hands, tackles from behind. Evans goes down. Yellow card for Alvarez. First card, quick one. But I think warranted. I'm sure Liam Evans feels the same way. .36:01 on the clock as the referee finishes up the paperwork. It'll be Barbosa. Again, he leads the team in assists. A good chance for one here as the players swim around just outside the box. Headed backwards. Folletti's there. Zachariah Foster couldn't make a play on it. Good even tackle there. Falcons retain possession. With O'Toole. Walsh for Davis. Has it poked away. De Silva stays with it. De Silva takes the pass away along the sidelines. The ball returns to him. Folletti puts a ride into it to O'Toole, who heads it towards the goal. Looking Davis's way. Defense gets there first. Lead pass to Shera and Folletti in a foot race. Folletti able to use his larger frame and cut him off. Long ball, headed out of bounds. On the end line, and it goes out of bounds. Goal kick. We played 10 minutes. We're scoreless. I said at the top that the Vikings are a high-powered offense. They can be. Not always, but when they get going, they are. When they're hungry, they eat. Let's put it that way. See what Vikings team we get today in terms of offensive prowess. Here's O'Toole. Overplayed by the defender, leaving some space. Davis, crosser, too far. Over everybody. That shot goes wide of the net from Brendan Walsh. Walsh leads the Vikings in assists this year. 5 points total, a goal scored as well with 3 assists. Seven different Vikings have 1 assist. No one has 2. See if we'll change that this afternoon. O'Toole spins on the defender. Gives a shoulder shove, maybe a little elbow too. Vasquez Guaman was the defender who took the shove from O'Toole, and then they say he committed a foul afterwards. on a little bit of retaliation. Retaliation. That's made up a new word. Senra will take the free or maybe just touch. We'll see. He's over there with O'Toole. O'Toole leaves it for Senra. He shoots. Oh! A great deflection out to the side. Curtis Thomas sticks his leg out. I like the play by the Vikings off that free kick. Senra was able to find a lot of space. Here's Melly. What a move by Melly for O'Toole. There's a shot sent too high. The left foot of Jair Alvarez. He has a cannon for a leg. Alvarez doesn't miss short, that's for sure. Everything is high and long. Comes off that foot hard. Walsh with the crosser to O'Toole. Has to backtrack for it. O'Toole shoots. Another good defensive play by Foster this time. It's loose for Davis. Puts the moves on, he shoots, he scores! Brendan Davis, with his 4th goal of the season, puts the Vikings on top 1-0. Brendan wore a Stonehill jersey last year, wearing the Vikings creamsicle jersey this year, and they could not be happier about it. 3 goals in the last 2 games. Puts his team up here in the 15th minute of the game.
Viking goal, score by number 13, Brendan Davis. Assisted by number 3, Brendan Walsh.
Brendan to Brendan connection. Walshy with the assist. Another one for him. That's his 4th. Now leads everybody else in the team by 3 of them. Great play by Davis to score there, displaying excellent patience, point blank range, still able to make a move on the defender without a lot of space, get it to his strong foot, and beat Robson. As many teams do, the Vikings play so much better with a lead. They play a lot more confident. We'll see if they pick up the pace even more here, if they feel like they are in control, or even willing to take a couple risks now with a goal lead. Paiva lead pass for Thomas. Back to Paiva. Jorgensen will dribble through the middle. He's met by De Silva, where he's pushed down. De Silva takes it away. O'Toole finds Senra, far sideline, a lot of room. Looking low. Flynn flicks it middle. A collision in the box. Sends 2 players down. O'Toole, the aggressor. Campione, the other man that was on the turf. Foul goes against O'Toole. Kick goes right down the middle. Played by Alvarez, headed a couple times by Jorgensen. Here's Evans with some speed, trying to turn the corner. Defended by Melly. Melly cuts underneath, steals the ball, gets pushed down by Evans. Whistle goes against him. Got away with a handball there. It bounced up. Hit Foster right under the wrist. Long delay for this throw-in. Skims off O'Toole's head to Davis and then sent up by Senra. The ball made its way back down to him. Turned back upfield by Robson. Fitchburg controls. Thomas flips in the box. Evans under it, challenged by Melly. Melly makes a nice play on the ball. Hey, last second, as Teixeira was on top of him. And that came off Thomas's foot, goes wide of the net. 1-0 Vikings. The goal by Davis. Kick goes over everybody and finds Foster. Fitchburg back, trying to transition upfield. Couple new players on the field. Eric Luckner is in there for the Vikings. First man off the bench today. That's the only substitution at this point. Thought somebody else came in. Jorgensen goes down. Walsh stepped on his ankle. Already back live. Very quick restart by the Falcons. Jorgensen, double teamed, loses the ball. De Silva put the moves on him, almost made him fall. Here's O'Toole, man on either side, and a huge hit by George Alvarez. That was the other guy that I saw come into the game. No card. A free kick. Alvarez clearly lined up O'Toole on that one. Don't believe these two teams like each other very much. About the entire graduating roster from the Vikings team here watching along the fence. Here's Cole Hay, puts one in the air, and Robson couldn't catch it. Skims through his hands. Luckily for him, it was wide of the net. You have to make that play. Especially with the big gloves. Got to make that catch. That sets up a corner kick. Spinning ball in the air from Walsh, and Robson this time is sure-handed. Quickly out to Silva. Turns a corner. Spin move. And Evans guessed wrong. Went the other way. Those graduating players I just mentioned, they love it. Folletti lets it go by to Hay. He'll play it back to Huntsman, who's only had to make one save so far. Fitchburg has just one shot on goal. Vikings have 3 shots on goal. One that found the back of the net. Davis, a strong play on Foster. Barbosa called for the foul. And he and Walsh seem to like each other.
I love that goal. I love that.
Long ball. Robson makes the catch. Screened momentarily by the jump-in Brendan Walsh right in front of him. Still able to make the play. Crosser with Barbosa. Lookner fronts him, forces him to pass it. Vasquez Guaman just gets the pass away. Played back to Gonzalez. Give and go, out of reach, on a line to Melly. Crosser's not there for Jorgensen. Under 20 minutes left before halftime. Stolen by the Vikings. Pass up to Davis. He gets there. Tackled down, and we're going to have a penalty kick. Vasquez Guaman commits the crucial error inside the box. The clock will stop with 18:57. And the Vikings will look to add to their lead. Brendan Davis drew the foul, but will not take the PK. It'll be Dylan Senra to do that. Dylan hoping to add to his lead team team leading goal total with 4. Here we go. Senra shoots and scores. Easy money. 2-0 Vikings. And they celebrate with last year's teammates who made their way down into the deep corner. Dylan's 5th goal of the season. Now has 11 points, leads the team in both categories, and his team leads it 2-0. Number 10, Felipe de Souza, into the game for the Vikings. Was absent from a few games that we called. Good to see him back out there. He's an impressive freshman, very, very talented.
Viking goal, score by number 19, Dylan Senra.
You can hear the announcement of the goal. The crowd enjoys it on a beautiful afternoon here in Salem. Oh, 55 degrees. Feels about 60. It's absolutely perfect fall day in October. This would be a great day to be in downtown Salem, celebrating the whole month of Halloween as it is here, and the haunted happenings. If you are planning to do that at any time this month, you can always park here in the Salem State parking lot, which has plenty of room, and then shuttle downtown. It's probably the best way to do it. A lot of roads closed downtown. A free shuttle. Two-time MASCAC Defender of the Year, Pat Filetti, makes soccer look easy there as he dribbled it off about every part of his body through the circle.
That was the only thing that was making me.
'O'Toole, with so much speed, takes a peek across the field, looking across, tackled along the end line, quickly back up on his feet and pulls Alvarez down. Not sure those two will be giving each other the same respect that Barbosa and Walsh gave each other, with a hug and a pat on the head. I don't see that in the future for O'Toole and really any of his opponents. Mentioned a few times just how fiery of a player Aaron is, and takes great offense to little things when they go against him, but he definitely dishes it out a lot more than he takes it. He is a fun guy to watch. Still trying to get him on the basketball team. Haven't seen his ups yet today on display, but the kid can really rise. And he's super fast. Crosser here towards the near side. Barbosa, challenged by Lookner, got whacked in the face. Liam Evans is hobbling as well. The Falcons getting battered and bruised here early on. Sure, Alvarez has a couple turf burns from his encounters with O'Toole. Ball goes middle. Evans is there. Melly defending. Now Folletti steps in, takes the ball away. Good double team assistance from Folletti. Light header for Thomas, trying to control. Davis battling. Going the wrong way, but trying to find Melly. Trying to work the defense. They do break free. They'll flip the field. Vikings coming off by far their biggest win of the season with a 5-2 win over Castleton. Biggest win in terms of scoring output and margin. First time they've scored over 3 goals this season. First time they've won by a margin of 3 goals this season. Got 2 goals from Davis. 2 from Wally Hunane, who we have not seen yet today. And 1 from Aaron O'Toole. Scored 2 in the first, had 3 in the second. 5 total goals scored in the second as Castleton put 2 in as well. Hopefully the Vikings can ride that offensive output forward to the next few games of the schedule. Off to a good start here today. Lost a lot of goal scoring from last year's team. A bunch of the guys that are standing along the fence, but Kendi Prince being the main loss. He had 20 goals last season, was player of the year, and no longer with the team this year. So a little bit of a tough transition for the Vikings into this season with the loss of Prince. Picked to win the conference. Doesn't necessarily look like it's going to turn out that way, but it's still a lot of games left. Five games remain on the schedule, regular season. Vikings have won 3 of their last 4. On a good roll right now. Now Matt Correa not happy with the official. He's got an opposing player hurt in front of his own bench, and he's yelling at the official that he didn't even see what happened. And advocating for a player that's not his own. That is clearly something. Then it's clear that the official missed something. Don't see a lot of coaches come to the defense of opposing players. That shows the kind of coaching guy that Matt Correa is as well. I've not been a big fan of the officiating so far today either. I feel like hasn't made the big calls, made some small ones. Here's a good ball. Huntsman comes out and punches it away. There was contact. And Hansman mixing it up. That's Alvarez in there. And we've already mentioned him a few times. Contact between him and O'Toole. And that's going to be a yellow card for Alvarez for getting in the face of Huntsman. Think? Maybe not. Just a stern talking to by the official. The referee's whistle is yellow. That's what I saw in his hand. Or has a yellow lanyard attached to it. Initially, it was Vasquez Guaman, I think. No, maybe not. Let's see. No, it was Anthony Avalos that initially exchanged words with Hansman, and then Alvarez came running in pretty quick to join the conversation. Got about 9 minutes to play before the break. Both players might have got away with handball there. Definitely think Luckner did. Play continues. Out of bounds, pass, can't connect. Intended for Vasquez Guaman. Long throw in. Melly to D'Souza. Corner kick coming for the Vikes. Dylan Senra to take it. Hand in the air. Ball in the air. Far post. Folletti rises up. He was the first to play it. And the Falcons able to clear it out. Senra heads it. Zambrano all over him. The new forward into the game. Ooh, Luckner. That was awkward. Thought he was going to send it upfield. But a ton of spin on it. Send it behind him. What a weird looking pass that was. Senra to Hay, well placed. Hay has Melly here. He'll come this way. 6.5 minutes left before halftime. There is Wally Hunain into the game. First touch. He scored twice in their win over Castleton. Biggest game that the sophomore has had in a Vikings uniform. And he's on top of the goalie there, but so is his own player. Gonzalez goes down hard over the back of Robson. Folletti heads it first. And Senra able to get there in a hand fight with Muwezi. A few substitutions in now for the Falcons. Kerry Cherry is out there as well. Kenny Cherry, excuse me. I was going to say, what a great name. Kerry Cherry. They'll redo the throw-in. Paiva was looking middle for Gabe Bean, who's also new into the game. Basically across the board, new guys in. Oh, good centering ball from long range from Vazquez Guamin. Zambrano, the intended target. The ball lands at his feet. He gets kicked in the shin by Ixlaj Tello. Ball up to Hunain. Stops, gets by his man. He shoots. Save made. Rebound back to Wally. Towards the sideline, and it's Vikings throw-in. Thought Hunain could take a rip on that first one. Instead, decided to be a little more patient and get a little bit closer. Got a great shot away, and Robson just a defensive save. Put his hands up, turned it away. De Silva got a hard shot away, deflected immediately, ends up all the way on the far sideline, and it'll be a Falcons throw-in. Vikings dangerously close to making this 3-0 off the foot of Wally Hunain. Hunain goes down there, but is quickly back up. One hopper, played by Paiva. He deflects that one as he does a pirouette. Blasted towards the net by Lopez, but not on net. Under 3 minutes. Incidental contact there. Guess not. Late whistle. Ixlaj Tello was pushed down. It already got rid of the ball. I thought they were just going to let him play on. Hay plays it across to Senra. He'll be able to set him up. Blast it into the box. Headed by D'Souza. Then by the Falcons. Avalos had it for a second. Hunain turns. Tried to put it behind his back. Had it stolen. Vikings able to keep possession. Falcons throw. Thomas was looking for Bean, cut off by Melly. We have a minute left before halftime. Last push here for both sides before they get a breather. Here's Hay, one hop, and played by Vazquez Guamin. Paiva sends it through. Cherry. Gets past everybody. And Melly sends it into the stands. Souvenir for a lucky fan. Did anybody make the play? No, not cleanly. Fans around here got to be on their toes. They may be asked to make a couple saves as well. The fans in Huntsville have
9,
been
8,
forced to make the same
7,
amount.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we are at halftime. It's 2-0 Vikings on the goals by Brendan Davis at 14:42, assisted by Brendan Walsh. And Dylan Senra's team-leading 5th goal on a PK at 26:04. We'll be back with the second half in 15 minutes.
At this
Hope
time, we
you'll
would like
join
to
us
welcome
then.
any Viking soccer campers out to the field for a game.
said something about where they are. Like, yeah, I know it's good. No way. Christian Romero. He hit you up. There's no way he's alive, bro.
I remember it now. Now I remember who you're talking about. No.
No, big man.
I just had the name repeated again. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen him since the last game. Bro, his last game ever. He hit me up. He did that year.
Everything clean.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half about to get underway. Players are out on the field. The teams will swap ends of the field for the second half. So the Vikings will now be going right to left. Fitchburg State will be going left to right across the screen. 2-zip Vikes on a Davis goal and a Senra PK. Underway here in the second, started up by the goal scorer, Brendan Davis. Long balls, O'Toole running down. Guarded by Vasquez Guam. Teixeira back in there, sat out last 10 or so minutes of the first half for Fitchburg State. Their leading goal scorer backtracking into the corner where he loses it. A deep throw in for the Vikings. Finds Walsh. Center box turned away by Foster. In transition. Pass too short from Teixeira. Looking to hit Sombrano, who is running out in front of him. Pass really had no chance. Davis sends a no-look pass towards the sideline. That was neat. Flynn's pass cut off. Vikings retain control. Teixeira through the center logo. Back to him. And he has half of the Falcons' goals this year. 3 of their 6. They only have 6 goals through the 10 games they've played. Foul goes against the Vikings pretty clearly right there. It'll be Jorgensen to fire the restart into play. Jorgensen from Cologne, Germany. Thomas sends the ball into the middle. It's loose. Jorgensen's there. Doesn't get a good shot away. Spun wrong off his foot. Leads to a Walsh breaking out. Tackled from behind. Not sure Jorgensen even touched him. I think Walsh fell on his own. And fooled the official. He seems easily fooled, though. Don't think this is the strongest officiated game we've seen so far. You can see Robson shading the sun. That'll be difficult for him this half. The Vikings going that way, a 2-0 lead. And tough time for the goalie to see things. Too bad there aren't any shadows overcast. Coming from shadows into the sunlight would be extra difficult. Like trying to hit a baseball in those situations. You see a lot of parks that have that happen about midday. The shade will encompass the pitching mound. That does happen here a little bit later into the day, but just barely. O'Toole steps up, had a chance to rocket one. Leaves it for Davis, middle. Oh, and it comes off of Alvarez's foot. Wrong, hit his laces, popped up wide of the net. Needed that on the side of his foot. Excuse me, an unfortunate play there for Alvarez. He lined up dead center in front of the goal. We played 5 minutes here in the second half. Sky high ball. Players wait underneath it. Everybody on Fitchburg wanted a handball. Referee did not see it. O'Toole on the back of Vasquez Guaman. You could hear across the field Coach Correa saying, do not foul him, do not foul him. And O'Toole gave way and did not foul him. Davis, full speed, up ahead. As Gonzalez in front of him, trying to get around him. Gonzalez slides. Good tackle at the end. Out of bounds off of Gonzalez. And it'll be a corner kick for the Vikings. Senra, who put a great ball in the air on the first corner of the day. We're going to have a chance here to repeat that. That is a good one. It's over everybody. Cole Hay goes right to the referee asking for a foul. Thought he was held down. He was the back man there. It's going to be a Vikings throw-in. Pretty good play by Sam Brano for Fitchburg there. If you are unfamiliar with our broadcast, it's a little late for me to be telling you this, but we use a huddle camera. That's why sometimes the camera is off of the action. It picks up the movement. And so sometimes when it's a corner kick and there are people at midfield moving around, they think the action is there. What happened on that last corner. The ever-improving technology of the huddle cam, hopefully, will be seamless soon. Tough with field sports. Much better in the gymnasium. Headed forward, Davis gets behind the defense. He shoots, he scores! A rocket from Davis from close range. And it explodes in the back of the net. His second of the day. Back-to-back games with 2 goals for Brendan Davis. Coming alive here mid-season. It's 3-0 Vikings. He now ties Dylan Senra with 5 goals for the team lead. Dylan picking up number 5, Brendan picking up numbers 4 and 5 here this afternoon. But Brendan is on a roll and 4 goals in the last 2 games.
Viking goal, score by number 13, Brendan Davis. Assisted by number 6, Gabriel Da Silva.
Gabe Da Silva with the assist. Through our first few broadcasts, I love what I saw from Davis. Anticipated a goal from him, and he was slow getting started, hadn't scored one in a while. I kept saying he's going to get one today, he's going to get one tonight during our broadcast, and it didn't come about, and now I finally get to call a Davis goal. 2 of them, in fact, today. It's great to see him getting going in a big way. Here's O'Toole, and he puts it behind the net. Tough angle. Unless something drastic happens, there is a lot of time left, 35 minutes, but unless something drastic happens. Looks like both Vikings teams are going to win games here this afternoon on Alumni Field. It's great. A good Saturday to be a Viking athlete, student, fan. The field hockey team picking up a 2-1 win over Bridgewater State in overtime. Melanie Mason with both goals leading her team to victory. It was a tiring game. Let me tell you, those girls were gassed by the end of the game. Mentioned at the top that Robson, the keeper for the Falcons, again, they only have one win this season, but he was winless, and his goals against average was a little above 2. He's given up the 3 here today, 2 in live action, 1 PK, which is obviously costly at this point. Vasquez Gaman committing the foul that led to the PK. Remember, that was Davis, too, who was fouled. So they just didn't give him the opportunity to take the PK, or he could have a hat trick. Senra took it instead. I think we had a hat trick last year by Prince in one of our broadcasts, but you don't get many. It would have been fun to have that. But 33 minutes still for that to be a possibility. But we'll see how long Correa leaves the starters in there. Thomas gets tripped up. Walsh looks for some dap. He'll end up dapping himself up, but good sportsmanship. Flynn with a strong play, taking the ball from Paiva. Senra, good pass through green jerseys. Shot on net, bounces up, rides up on Robson. He's able to make the grab. A hard rolling ball from Jair. Flynn and Paiva continue their battle along this near sideline. It'll be a throw-in for Paiva and the Falcons. Paiva's strong in this area. Decides to go short with this throw. Senra pulls Barbosa down, no whistle. Barbosa takes possession away. Jorgensen middle. De Silva's ball has some slice on it from his right foot and some fade on it from his left foot. I think I said that right, might be opposite. But they cut. It's like a curveball. Just a better analogy there, I guess. Gonna be a goal kick for Robson. Robson shades the sun. Sends it upfield. Nice ball. Avalos skims off his head at his apex. bunch of freshmen on this team for Fitchburg, including Avalos. Let's see. "13 freshmen. That is a young team over there. This core group for the Vikings is going to have another year together. They're basically all juniors. Hansman will graduate, so they'll have to fill the goalie position. They got Jonathan Chassie behind him. He's made 3 starts this season. Hunain spins one across. Off the mark for Flynn. Barbosa down on his bottom again. This time draws the whistle. Cole Hayes, a grad student transfer, so this is his last run, and Pat Folletti as well. But those are the only players that will be graduating from this roster, so if they can keep everybody here, it's going to be a really good core next year. Melly, Flynn, Walsh, Senra. No, Senra's a senior as well. I thought so. This one escapes the defense. Flynn, he shoots. Didn't get a lot on it. There's a rebound, and it's kicked out of bounds. Paiva and Barbosa arguing with each other after the play for the Falcons. I can't believe Flynn didn't score there. Kind of a swing and a miss. Not get much foot on it. Maybe shocked that he was that open or found the ball that close to the net. Walsh sends it across the box from the corner. Folletti back middle. Lookner rises up. Takes a shot off the post with Hay. Save made by Robson. Sliding in last second. Hay thought he had a sure thing. Wow, the ball came off the crossbar in the perfect spot, landed right in front of Cole Hay. Robson somehow back into the play to make the save. Hay can't believe it. Tough work by Lookner, too. The initial ball from Folletti, he tried to hit it, went over his head, played by the defender, and he won the battle, one-on-one, able to get that shot away. Robson sends it towards midfield. Melly steps in, centering ball, lofting. Alvarez steps in, takes a shot. Gonzalez deflects it down immediately. And it's back to midfield with Senra. Alvarez can't split defenders. Lookner took too long, run into from behind by Alvarez. Play continues with the Vikings. Melly, a nice move. Get around Vasquez Guaman. Sends it middle. Off Hunain's thigh. Headed. Save made by Robson. D'Souza, a great attempt with the header. Melly with a great setup. Good play by Wally, too, able to get a thigh on that one. And made the header possible. Hayes sends it out of bounds. Alvarez was on the attack. Robson just made 2 big saves. Barbosa steps on the ball, goes down. Play continues. Robson has made 4 total saves on 9 shots on goal. Not sure how that math works out, but that's what we've got on the stats. Long crossing ball. Paiva. Talk about karate kick. I think his foot was above where his head normally is. That was a wild attempt. Came up empty. And he's shaking out his wrist and thumb after that. I'm not surprised. The turf can be pretty unforgiving. It's a little springy, but it is not soft. Got to appreciate the attempt, though. I think about a minute into the game, I used the karate kick analogy, and that one definitely surpassed it. I think it was for him, too. The referee from the sideline is going to make that call on the handball, waving the flag at the main official, who again did not see it. And some murmurs from the crowd now, I think, about the main official. So it'll be a free kick from the 25-yard line. That's 25 for field hockey, so it's about 30 yards deep. Four-man wall in front of Senra. Lets it rip, and it spins wide onto the softball field. A grounder to first. Three nothing. 21 and a half minutes left. Tough spot for the Falcons. Their only win this year coming against Sage. Don't know where that is. They look like they're the Gators, the Sage Gators. Hunane running it down with Foster. Foster able to turn it back upfield. Near impossible spot, actually, for the Falcons. Down by 3 goals. Have not scored more than twice in a game this year. Here's Wally trying to put the moves on. He might have just kicked Gonzalez in the head. unintentionally, of course. As Gonzalez fell, he tried to kick the ball. They kicked him right in the mouth, it looks like. Oh, man. Got to stop the clock, bring the training staff out. Yeah, here she comes. I mean, you could see that just the timing on that was bad. You know, Wally is in there. Yeah, hate to see that for Gonzalez. Hopefully not too bad. The 2 goals that they scored in the game was the win versus Sage. They have not scored 2 goals in a loss. Either 0 goals or 1 goal, and their tie was 1-1. Trainer has not gone into her bag for anything. So I'm not sure if he's bleeding or not. It looks like they're going to help him back to his feet. Or at least sit up. Got to be careful with these situations for sure. As we've seen recently, do not take any sort of head injury lightly if anybody has been watching the NFL. The hit on Tua last week in that primetime Miami Dolphins game was just brutal and terrifying to see. Obviously this, nothing like that, but a contact to the head is always a mystery. And they will help him off as he's very slow moving. But good to see Brandon Gonzalez, the freshman from Marlboro, walk off under his own power. He did bend over right there, but it looked like he was just fixing his sock. Walsh over to check on him. Walsh again displaying great sportsmanship. And they are going to slow Gonzalez up again. He was not necessarily just fixing his sock, as he has sort of keeled over, bent over forward. They're going to go ahead and work on him over on the Vikings part of the sideline near the training cart. Back to live action. The ball goes right in front of the net. Bounced around. Never made it to Robson, but a pretty good chance there by the Vikings. Throw in for the Falcons. The Vikings, as you could hear, did not like the call. Jorgensen gets a foot on it, takes it away from Walsh. Then Walsh trying to return the favor, but eventually the nonsense is cleared away by Campione with a no-nonsense look on his face. Get that stuff out of here. 19 minutes left after a little bit of the injury delay. Campione sends it downfield again. Hay with the header. Campione tried to keep that pass on the turf, taken away by Walsh. And Falcons take it right back. Avalos near sideline. Barbosa. Evans trying to break free. Defended by Ixlaj-Tello. He makes a nice play on the ball. Melly taken down. Foul, yellow card against the Falcons. It's against Mwezi. Mwezi, one of just 2 seniors on the roster. We mentioned a young team. Him and Robson. This is the last year for both Goldies. Actually, I say that, but with the COVID year, you never know. Some of these guys have an extra year. Pass out in front. Walsh, looking for the hat trick. Gets stepped in on by Foster. Evans has Mwezi on his left. Now centers it, looking for him. Gets past him. And Doku in the game for the Vikings. Nice footwork there. D'Souza leads Davis. Back to D'Souza. Trying to get a shot away. Good tackle by Campione. And Doku finds the ball. He gets a shot away. It's deflected by Campione, who's back to his feet quickly. And it'll be a corner kick for the Vikings. Wait, and it's not a corner kick. I don't understand that. Anyway, goal kick for Robson and the Falcons. Flynn, De Silva, and Alvarez are back on for the Vikings. Doku, D'Souza. They come off. Don't know who the third player that just came off for the Vikings was. Long, good ball, but Hansman under it. An easy catch. Cleared upfield by Paiva. Late whistle, out of bounds. Quick throw in. Flynn able to keep momentum going forward. Gets triple teamed. Gives it up to Walsh. Barbosa. Strong play on the ball. Avalos was looking for a Wheeler on the sideline. Out of reach, though.
So whatever you do.
Flynn double team. Campione playing well here in the second half. Teixeira has been extremely quiet. Turner. Excuse me, Thomas. They get it all the way to the far sideline. Come back to Foster. Back this way. 13 minutes left. Need a little more urgency for the Falcons here, down by 3. O'Toole's pass for Davis. Unplayable. For anybody not named Colin Robson. Coletti chests it. De Silva centering ball, teed up and sent long by Walsh. Senra centers it, looking Davis's way. Deflection goes to O'Toole. And Thomas with a little bit of space, doesn't know Melly's coming on his left. Makes the adjustment last second, unable to stay with it. Good tackle by Avalos. Davis behind the defense, he's offsides. Okay, goal number 3 in his sights. Davis late to react on that pass. Flynn was trying to lead him. Here's O'Toole. Gets it away. Robson falls on it. Davis up to Flynn, trying to be the assist man this time. Now hustling back into play, Flynn spins one middle, Robson catches it. Under 10 to play. Steven Lopez on for the Vikes. James Melly blending in with the Viking sideline. Didn't even know where it was coming from. Vikings ball. Melly throws it in again. Looking Davis's way. Double team. Davis is trying to roll it backwards between the two defenders. That would have been ridiculous if he could have executed. Vikings can take their time here, work the clock. 8 minutes to play. The 3-goal lead. Sent in. Forget about working the clock, trying to score. Walsh almost had the bicycle kick. Not full bicycle, sideways. Evans chased down. Look at the defense, swarming the creamsicle jerseys all around. Making Evans feel more lactose intolerant. Vikings are known for their defense. It has been on display here today, but at all levels of the field as well. Everybody doing their part, midfielders and forwards if they need to. There's another handball, missed. Lopez able to run it down on the sideline, keeps it in, and has it poked away by Foster. What a move by Lopez. Hunane turns, fires, save made. Quick trigger from Hunane. Robson out to play this one, and Wally runs past him. Four of the Vikings' 6 wins have come by shutout. 3 1-0 wins, 4 1-0 wins, all by that score. So this will be the biggest margin of victory. It will be could be a 3-goal win for the 2nd consecutive game. Fitchburg wants to change that. Good defense, and the rebound is popped up and out of play. Looking for their fourth win in their last 5 games. Finding their form. Here's a shot. Save made by Robson. Got a hand on it and pushed it over the net. D'Souza with the chance. Set up a corner. 4 minutes to play. Robson catches Senra's corner on a line.
He's like, I act confident, and like they kind of think I'm confident and know what I'm doing. So they kind of back off.
Ponceman looking for his 4th shutout. Chassis has 1. So look at Jonathan Chassis, so looking forward to next year a little bit. He started 2 of the games. He's seen action in 4 of them. Vikings are going to empty their bench. So they get Adam Stanek, Jalen Cortez, Jalen Coriolan is in there as well. It's Michael Tavares, 18 up front. Jason Casey is in there as well. Just want to give everybody their due. Pass up front and offsides. Tavares stepped too deep. 2.5 minutes left. Okay, so Jonathan Chassis is a junior. He started 2 games, 0 goals allowed. He's made 9 saves, and his 1 win was a shutout. So if that is any sign of what's to come next year, that is a good sign. Justin Rodriguez also out there for the Vikings on defense. I think that's everybody. Nice, that means everybody has seen action except Jonathan Chassis. Clock continues to roll. The referee talking to the players up front here. In the air, a really good ball. Robson calls out for a keeper, and he makes the save. Long ball by Jason Casey. Line drive on a hop through the middle. That's soccer, not baseball.
1 minute of play in the second half.
1 minute left. Coriolan looking for Tavares. Cortez. Half a minute left for the Falcons. They want to get on the board. Vanengoy. Pass back. He plays the ball again here. Gets taken down. Not in there long, and he'll have some turf burns to nurse.
10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Foster
1.
can shoot it. He doesn't. That's the game, folks. 3-0, the final for the Vikings here this afternoon. The Falcons dropped to 1-9-1. 0-3-1 in conference. The Vikings improved to 7-4-1 and 3-1 in conference. They'll be breathing down the necks of the teams ahead of them in the standings going forward. 5 games left in the season. 2 goals for Brendan Davis. He now has 5 on the year, 4 in the last 2 games. A penalty kick goal for Dylan Senra. He also has 5 this season. The shutout to Matt Huntsman, Colin Robson, the losing goalie for Fitchburg. Thanks for watching this afternoon. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. The Vikings go 2 for 2 from Alumni Field today. Congratulations to the field hockey team on winning their game as well. For all of us here at Salem State, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
I was like, I know that's good, but yeah. Do they think like I'm like, bring it to me. You probably know more. You probably know more English than I know too. Yeah, I took Chinese for years. I was really yeah, but well, it's not like they're teaching me Chinese. They're teaching me like words. Yeah, I'm not learning how to converse. Yeah. Like, bro, they're teaching me words I'm never gonna use. If you're out of here.
He's hot right now. you got